Hi there and welcome. I'm Jordan from the blog Home and Motherhood, and this video will be a general overview of different providers you can see to help you with your lichen sclerosus. For me, it was only very recently that I found out that you can go to other providers other than just a gynecologist for lichen sclerosus, and so I wanted to make this video to hopefully help others know what else is out there and so they can pursue their treatment with lichen sclerosus and whatever is most aligned with them. So I'll go over 5 different providers that you can see to help treat your lichen sclerosus. I actually came across a few extra last night that I'm really interested in and I will look further into because I think there's a lot to those other ones that I was learning about last night. But to start, of course, there is a gynecologist, and that is who you go to diagnose you with lichen sclerosus. They'll either do a biopsy or they will compare your lichen sclerosus or like what's going on with you with pictures, with your characteristics and symptoms. That is who you also see to do like a topical treatment with steroid creams, and they'll pursue your lichen sclerosus journey that way. At least that's how mine did. The second one on my list is a dermatologist, and a dermatologist specializes in skin, nail, and hair health, and they will be the ones that you could also go to be diagnosed, probably through a biopsy as well as comparing symptoms and characteristics. With a dermatologist, you would also do more of the approach of steroid creams. The third provider on my list is a pelvic floor therapist, and a pelvic floor therapist specializes in everything about your pelvic floor, like your vulva, your anus, like everything with that kind of area. And they are there to help you if being intimate is painful, to help you work through scar tissue, to release tensions. Mine also worked on like my gut, and she would move some things around. I know that's like the most crude way I could explain it, but she moved some things around, and I think that is because lichen sclerosus is associated with chronic constipation and your gut health, and so focusing also on your gut is something that my pelvic floor therapist has done. I really recommend going to a pelvic floor therapist. I really appreciated going to mine, and I feel like she really helped me a lot. And I learned actually a lot more about my lichen sclerosus just by going to a pelvic floor therapist. The fourth provider on my list is a gastroenterologist, and they specialize in the disorders and diseases that affect your gut health. And I think this is really interesting because lichen sclerosus is an autoimmune disorder and can be triggered by those autoimmune responses. And focusing on your gut health could help you relieve symptoms or triggers of lichen sclerosus. And for me, it helped me overcome my lichen sclerosus. So I think there's a lot to going to a gastroenterologist. I did not see a gastroenterologist, but focusing on my gut health and what my triggers were is what really ultimately helped me. So I think that seeing one, they could really help guide you towards that outcome. The fifth provider on my list is a dietitian, and a dietitian is who will help you find out like what foods are triggering your autoimmune response, like and avoiding those while also continuing a healthy, nutritious diet with all the food groups. I just recently found out that a low oxalate diet can be really helpful with those with lichen sclerosus, and that's avoiding things like beets, oranges, like nuts, grains were one of them. But they would dive into what foods to avoid and what foods to help nourish your body while going through lichen sclerosus. I believe there's a big connection between food and lichen sclerosus, and I really believe a dietitian could be a lot of help. There are dietitians that specialize in specifically lichen sclerosus. I know there's one in San Diego, and I'm sure there's others out there, but that is an option as well. Now I'll just go over a few extra that are on my list. These are not ones that I have like given a lot of research or anything like that, but I do know when I was younger there was research being done about Botox in your affected area, and there was a doctor doing Botox in Italy, and they were having good results that it would help alleviate lichen sclerosus breakouts. I really don't know much about that research and like the results over many years, but I do know that that was being pursued at one time with Botox. And another one I just came across last night is to see a functional medicine doctor. I think that this is like a great option. I'm very much like a holistic, treat your body the natural way. And so it sounds like a functional medicine doctor will look at your body as a whole, not just like the affected area, like how a gynecologist would only look at like the skin in your vulva area, if that's where your lichen sclerosus is, like, and that's what they specialize in, is that area. But a functional medicine doctor would look at your body as a whole, like what is causing and triggering this autoimmune response? Is it something in your gut? Is it something in your surroundings? Is it something that's like touching your area? So I think that's really interesting. I don't know much about it. Again, I just came across a functional medicine doctor last night. I hope this video is helpful and has given you a little insight on different providers you could pursue for lichen sclerosus. I know for me, I was really surprised that you can see more than just a gynecologist. And I really like the idea of different providers treating lichen sclerosus in completely different ways and being able to choose whatever type of provider you think is most aligned with what your body needs and what you would appreciate. Please give it a thumbs up if this video is helpful to you, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. I plan on making videos, a few more about lichen sclerosus, but I'm really going to move into pregnancy, childbirth, and just like motherhood overall. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.